Peace, neighbors. What's popping with the populace, man? It's your favorite neighbor, Dayron, aka Neighborhood. Welcome back to the greatest More Life show on the planet. As you guys can see, we back outside getting to it to get through it. Today we got a nice harvest today. As you guys know, since the mark of spring, the true new year has came upon us here in the neighborhood. We've been harvesting a lot of food. We've been harvesting some mangoes, soursop been going crazy in the neighborhood. Peppers such as scotchies, bell peppers, plantains, bananas, different assortment of herbs like, thyme, rosemary, dill, arugula. We got so much growing here in the neighborhood that we've been harvesting, and eating this whole spring, summer, you feel me? Today, I'm actually about to harvest a fruit that I've been growing for some time now. I made an episode on this fruit explaining like how it came about growing it, planting it, and the problems I was dealing with it. And we finally got a fruit on this tree to actually get big like it's supposed to. Over these past, I say 3 to 5 days, it's been really starting to ripen. And yesterday and today, I've been touching the fruit and it's getting really squishy. The fruit that I am referring to is none other than the oh so versatile jackfruit. This fruit is finally ready to be harvested. I could finally smell the fruit. It's very, very fragrant today, and it's actually squishy, It's very squishy right now, so it's definitely ready to chop off and open. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna harvest this beauty right here. This is the first ever jackfruit in the neighborhood. I think this is the very first jackfruit tree where I'm at. Obviously, there's no way to really tell that unless I go in everybody's backyard, but I think that this is the only jackfruit in the neighborhood. And I'm gonna show you guys how to cut it open, and we're gonna try it. Not only try it, but I'm going to take the seeds and we're gonna grow some jackfruit from it. We spread it on the lineage. You guys were watching that episode on the jackfruit tree, which I'm gonna put here on the screen somewhere. I did tell you guys that I was thinking about cutting this tree down once I harvested this fruit off the tree. Still thinking about it. I'm gonna leave it up for now, and I'm gonna see if it grows more jackfruit on it. It's been really channeling all its energy into this fruit. It's probably bared at least 30 jackfruits on this tree, but this was literally the only one that has grown big enough to ripen on the tree and actually harvest. So I'm very excited for that. And I think once I cut this one off, that it will start growing some more, and those will probably get bigger. But again, it's not really in the best spot for it to be its greatest self. So I'm gonna let it be. And if I just see no progress, yeah, eventually we will cut it down. But of course, I'm gonna let you guys know that. And of course, you already know we got other jackfruit trees on deck. But I really wanted to harvest seeds from a tree that I grew and planted in the ground myself. There's no better feeling. I actually could have probably harvested this fruit a month ago if I wanted to do something with it in its unripe phase, make a plant-based dish with it. But I thought that it had room to get bigger, so I was just letting it be. This is as big as it's gonna get. I could possibly open this with my hands. This is how ripe it is. I'm ready to cut it open, see what it looks like on the inside, and just experience harvesting the first jackfruit in the neighborhood with you guys, We about to chop it, man. Let's get it. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Finally harvested the jackfruit, man. Let's go, man. You gotta be careful with the jackfruit too, because the white stuff that excretes from it is very, very sticky. You gotta properly open it so you don't have this shit sticking everywhere to you. And we're gonna try it, man, for the first time. I have everybody in the house try it if they wanna try it. If they don't, oh well, more fruit for me. But look, as y'all can see, it's really as big as my head, you feel me? Very first jackfruit, big as my head. Know what I mean? This thing is like a football, you feel me? Feel me? Chill, chill. I hoop, you know what I'm saying? I don't play football, so if my form a little rusty, just chill on me, because I play ball. If you want the one-on-one rec, holla at me, man. One-on-one, 5-on-5. We can get it popping in the neighborhood, man, and I will cook you, you heard? All right, neighbor, so we about to cut this beautiful jackfruit up. And I'm about to go get some gloves real quick so it doesn't get sticky, because it's about to get sticky in here, you heard? We got our knife. Make sure you get a nice sharp knife like this, and then you get some like a paper towel and try to lubricate everything so that this white stuff that you see on the jackfruit doesn't stick everywhere. So everywhere that you're going to be having the jackfruit laying on or touching, you want to lubricate it with some type of oil. You can use olive oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil, whatever you got, because it's hard to get off. So first we're gonna oil up this knife. Make sure it's nice and lubricated. Then we're gonna oil up the board. Time to get up in there. All right, it's a little bit too hard to be sitting there opening it with my finger. I'll stab this thing like that. It's so ripe, I could just start opening it from here. All right, it ain't that ripe. So we gonna just cut through that thing. I don't know. I don't see no bulbs in here, but we'll see. Oh, I see one. Okay, we got one. And it has a seed in there. Yep. And it has offspring in there. Let's go. You already know we gotta save the seed. We got the jackfruit. And this is a big bulb too. Look at that. Now, I only see one so far. Maybe we only got one. Up again. It's only this side. There's another one on the other one, but I just want to make sure. This literally only had one bulb in it. Usually, the jackfruit comes with a lot of bulbs. I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed because this is the first fruit that we ever received. So obviously the first fruit is not gonna be all you could have imagined. Secure the seed. I feel like I'm performing surgery right now, taking out the kid or something. Okay, that's the second bulb. Another bulb right there. So that's 3 seeds we secured from this fruit. Now, in the jackfruit, a lot of this is edible. Like, all this stringy stuff is edible. Now, the only thing that isn't edible is obviously, you know, the outside, and maybe not the core part is not really edible. See how sticky that stuff is? Look at this. That's why you don't want to get it on your hands. Let me stop playing with this shit so I can take these gloves off and throw this damn jackfruit out. Yep, there's no more jackfruit in here. None at all. That's it. Now I'm about to throw this out. All right, neighbors, so we got the jackfruit. Total of 3 bulbs that we pulled out of the jackfruit. For those of you who don't know what the bulbs are this yellow flesh that is the edible part. It's the fruit part that you can eat. You can also eat some of this stringy stuff you see in there as well. You can make like some type of pulled pork or something like that. Typically, you know, when people, like, especially in the plant-based world, you know, we like to eat jackfruit when it's underripe because it doesn't really have a taste like that. Now, when it's ripe, the best way of me telling you how this tastes is by saying it tastes like juicy fruit. And the reason why I'm saying juicy fruit, because that is exactly who they got this flavor from. You ever had the juicy fruit gum? That unique flavor that you get when you're trying juicy fruit, they got it from the jackfruit. This isn't my favorite fruit as far as like to just eat all the time. But, you know, it is a good fruit to have, especially it's one of those fruits, like those survival fruits where it fruits all year long. The fruit is huge. The fruit could be as big as 80 pounds. That's already telling a lot right there. I was just at the Fruit and Spice Park. For those of you who don't know, that's like a fruit park where they let you walk around the park and try all the fruits that's in season and that's on the ground. And they have a bunch of jackfruit trees there. And their jackfruits are huge. And it's on a tree. Like, it lets you know how strong and resilient the jackfruit tree, because to hold up an 80-pound fruit for months is crazy to me. Like, tastes like a jackfruit. Very ripe. Came out good. And it tastes exactly like it's supposed to. Usually when you harvest the first fruit ever off of a tree, that first fruit is not the best fruit. But it's really just a hit or miss. I know a lot of times with mangoes, that first fruit that you harvest off a mango tree is not gonna be the best fruit. That second harvest, third harvest, and so forth. But hey, I can't say I'm having that problem with jackfruit. It tastes just like a jackfruit, like I got it from the store. And guess what? I had to pay nothing for it. A lot of people rather eat jackfruit when it's underripe, but I like it when it's underripe or ripe. I wouldn't mind eating it if I'm growing it. Going to the store, I don't just go buy jackfruit, even when it's ripe, because it's not my favorite fruit like that. But growing it, I wouldn't mind having it. It keeps you satiated. We harvested 3 seeds from this fruit. That's 3 trees I will be getting out of this fruit. And I'm excited because I'm going to extend the lineage of the tree that we have. If you paid attention earlier in the episode, I did state that I may be cutting down that tree because of the location. It doesn't really fruit that well. That's why I'm so excited to finally receive a fruit, because it fruits so many buds or so many small jackfruits, but they don't get big. They dry out and so forth. Now, if you want the whole scenario of what's going on with the jackfruit, go watch the episode. I'm not about to explain it here. Also, neighbors, just to reiterate, the sticky stuff on the jackfruit is not an irritant. Like, it won't irritate your skin or nothing. It's just annoying as fuck just to get off because it's super, super sticky. It's very sticky like glue. I suggest you, like I did, wear some gloves. Make sure you have some oil on you and oil up everything. Oil up the cutting board or the countertop, the knives, whatever that jackfruit is gonna touch, or you feel like that white stuff is gonna touch, turn into oil sheen, you heard? Because it's gonna be very annoying to clean up. Make sure y'all do that. Make sure y'all stay prepared when you're cutting the jackfruit. Everybody actually liked the fruit. My pops and my lady, they tried it. My lady didn't like the jackfruit at first. When she first had it, buying it from the neighborhood, she actually really tasted it and actually really loved it. But I'm gonna update you guys on how the tree's doing. There's more jackfruits to be growing on there. I'm definitely gonna leave the tree. If not, I'm definitely gonna cut down the tree. But again, I'm going to update you guys on how the tree's doing, if I'm going to cut it down, and so forth. You just gotta do your job and subscribe to the neighborhood and stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? So you miss out, you feel me? You don't wanna miss out. Let me know what you think about jackfruit. Do you grow jackfruit? Would you grow jackfruit? To me, it's definitely a staple that everybody should grow if you live in the subtropics, just because if we ever get into a situation where food is scarce, that is definitely a fruit you want to have because it's big as hell. It grows all throughout the year. You can't go wrong with it. You can have it when it's underripe or you can have it when it's ripe. And it don't take that long to get ripe on the tree. You know, that fruit took, I say, 3 to 6 months. Also, I will be having some jackfruit trees available for you to purchase. And jackfruit is one of those fruits that you don't necessarily need to graft it to bear fruit in a short amount of time. All you need to do is provide it a good amount of space. 1.5 to 2 years, you can expect fruit to start growing on that tree from growing it from seed. It grows pretty quick. It loves the subtropic or tropical area. It will definitely thrive. If you guys want to know more about the jackfruit, let me know in the comments below, as well as watch my previous episodes on it. Tap into the online plant nursery at NH Grow Society on Etsy. Go check out what your favorite neighbor has to offer, as well as subscribe to the neighborhood. Why? So we can continue to grow the neighborhood one neighbor at a time. Grow your own / support true righteous local growers like myself, or continue to rely on a broken system to supply you their own. We all know what the system supplies us. They definitely ain't supplying no jackfruit, you heard? So peace, love, light, much healing energy to you and yours. It's your favorite neighbor, Dayron, aka Neighborhood. See you on the next one. Yeah.